Guys, there's some technical issues. I apologize for that. Let me see if everything is working. Let me see. Okay, it looks like it's working. All right, guys, we have a problem with the internet. Yeah, so I believe that now we kind of dealt with all technical issues. So let's get started, guys. I'm sorry, this has been 20 minutes. We've been working on this. I want to talk about you guys Indians with H-1B to EB-2 transition. That's been like that for many years, but at this point this doesn't really work for many reasons. One of them is that EB-2 priority dates are just through the roof, right? So there's nothing we can do. This the wait doesn't stop, and we're going to talk about this, and we're going to talk about the ways how to resolve H-1B problem in itself, and how to make a faster transition to the green card if you're from India. But before that, let me guys tell you about the recent news, a few updates that's been going on. So number one, and I think the most important, is the gold card by Trump. Okay, so let's talk about that a little bit. This is madness, I believe, the way this program is evolving and what's happening. If you guys watched my Insta stories yesterday, I kind of gave you a little bit of the taste of that new program, and let's remember how it started. It started with $5 million. You guys remember, it was Lord knows when, probably like more than 6 months ago when it was announced. After that, I guess they realized that no one is going to buy this for $5 million, and they drop it down to $1 million for individual, and $2 million for corporation. Nobody knows how it works because there's no explanation, although there's I-140G form that kind of lays out what needs to be provided in this for this new program. And you can actually register on this Trump gold card, Trump, whatever this site.gov, and register and already pay the money. So I'm not sure what's going on because this program, first of all, has not been authorized by Congress. So there's no authority for this program to proceed. And they're already releasing the forms and kind of trying to explain and take your money without actually doing the things the right way. So that's crazy in itself. Okay, this is crazy in itself. Further, like I said, no one knows. There's opinion that $1 million go to per one person, right? So if it's a family of 4, it's $4 million. I kind of disagree with this opinion because there is no proof of that yet. I think it's going to be $1 million for the family, but where this argument is coming from, that the government fee $15,000 per person. So if the government fee is $15,000 per person, you can make an argument that $1 million is also per person. Okay, I don't know, because this we can speculate. I think it's going to be $1 million for a family. Yes, if it's a family of 4, you will pay $60,000. And guess what, guys? Guess what? They are preparing this program to substitute EB-5, passive investment, because that family of 4 is what usually the average number of people in the family participating in EB-5, and that $60,000 is the fee that you guys pay to the regional center. Okay, so I think this is very smart. Before that money would go to the regional center. Now this money goes to the government. Of course, Trump is a businessman, and his team is kind of business oriented. So that's what they are preparing you for. Okay, this is first. Second, the first part of this I-140G form, it says you have to choose between EB-1A or EB-2 This is crazy. Guys, anyone? Hello? Anyone can help me, can give me some clues, because first of all, there is no explanation how you choose between $1 million EB-1A and $1 million EB-2 I don't understand that. No one does, I believe. So it's not clear if we'll have to prove that you extraordinary on top of paying $1 million, or that you can bring some national importance to the US government. It's just mad. It is just mad how they're gonna get all this in one. Like, I don't see that going. I guess they have some ideas. So also of course we have to prove the origin of the funds, just exactly how EB-5 works right now. They lay out the ways how you can do this. You have to show 7 years of taxes, 5 years of employment, and a bunch of other stuff. There is something new, guys. There is something new. And I kind of like it, because you guys know how I'm pro Bitcoin, pro crypto in general. And in that form, they actually allow you to show the proof of funds through crypto sales, Bitcoin or others. And they kind of give you the hints how to show the proof of funds with the KYC AML registered crypto exchanges, showing all the way how you purchased the crypto, how you sold it. That the only thing I don't know how to prove is that the cold wallet belongs to you. Okay, the wallet on the exchange, I can see how you can prove it, and still this is kind of shaky proof with screenshots. Maybe, I don't even know, maybe some kind of emails or I don't know. But if it's a cold wallet, and if you guys understand how blockchain works, that cold wallet address could be anyone's. Okay, so I don't know. There's a lot of questions that have no answer. What else? $1 million, guys, is a gift. Okay, so you gift it. That's how we call it in the petition. It's a gift. Everything I see so far is that this gold card is way inferior to current EB-5 passive investment. So if you guys were looking at EB-5 passive, the clock is ticking. The clock is ticking. And if you're especially from India, that's pretty much the only program for you guys to get your green card fast. Okay, that's the fastest program. EB-1A on the second place. We're gonna discuss that. But really consider EB-5, because I do not believe that it will be extended beyond its natural expiration date, which is September 2027. And I know you will be like, oh my god, this is almost 2 years. Right. Blink before you say boo. It's September 2027. If you did not participate, you wasted that, because now you have to pay $1 million, maybe more if it's for each family member. Now it's a gift instead of and it's 800,000 for the original center. Now it's a gift instead of refundable money, which is with the original center. It's more, it's non-refundable, it's a huge government fee, and there's so many questions how we're going to prove all these things, EB-1A, EB-2 with this $1 million. Crazy, guys. Wild times. Are you entertained yet? I'm very entertained. So that's what we saw this week. Pretty crazy. So waiting for the Congress to make moves, because how they putting all these forms on a USCIS website with instructions, and instructions do not give us nothing and no explanations without Congress approval. I don't know. Wild times. Okay, so stay tuned, guys. Stay tuned because this is really interesting how it's developing, and I'm just curious where we're gonna end up. Now, let's talk about the main topic that we want to discuss today, and this is I would call it like just more generally H-1B, EB-1, EB-2 transition for Indians, and what kind of troubles we see with that. Well, let's start segmenting this issue because there are different groups of you guys. There's one group, the largest, with H-1B, with EB-2 approved sometime in the past, and you guys extending your H-1 every year based on EB-2 approved. But because that the priority dates don't move, you don't see the light at the end of the tunnel, and you're stressed. Maybe you're depressed. You live in a constant fear of something's gonna happen with immigration, and you'll have to go back and bring your family, your kids already Americans, and all this craziness. I totally understand you. Okay, and you looking for ways to get that green card as soon as possible. And you don't need O-1 transition because H-1 gives you more than O-1 because not always, but in majority of the cases where you want your spouse to work, that combination of H-1B with EB-2 approved priority date, you get that H-4 EAD for the spouse, and that's the best, right? Of course, if your spouse doesn't work and there's no intention for them to work, O-1 is a better solution. It's a better solution because it doesn't require all this craziness every year going to embassies, stamping that passport, and it's much better. It's much better. So this is the first group, okay? The second group of you is H-1B and with no EB-2 approved priority date. Okay, this is a little worse than the first group for two reasons. First of all, your H-1B cannot be extended above 6 years of the expiry date, and of course your spouse cannot work. All right, unless they have also H-1B visa or some other type of visa. And you guys even more stressed because the time is running out and you don't know what to do. Okay, so this is the second group. The third group is you guys who are on F1/OPT, STEM OPT, Day 1 OPT, whatever that OPT is, okay? And you don't have H-1B, you have no priority date, you have nothing, okay? You only have the deadline when your OPT is gonna run out, and huge gap then, unknown darkness. What you should do. Okay, so let's first talk about the second and the third group. Okay, so I will remind you, H-1B with no EB-2 approval and STEM OPT or OPT with no H-1. Okay, so you guys, most of you will have to consider transitioning to O-1 visa. Okay. This is pretty much the only viable solution that we have. Maybe in the second group, of course, you can start EB-2 case or EB-2 maybe, get it approved, and we don't know when and if it's gonna happen. So to remove that stress of H-1B expiring, you need to start thinking about O-1 right now. And if you guys on OPT, and your time is getting close to 6 months expiration, you guys need to be rushing. Okay? You need to be rushing to get to start the O-1 visa process because it's gonna go for 6 months and there is no way to cut the corners. Okay, there is no slack here. If you want to get that approval with 99% chance, you have to give us 6 months and work on your petition for 6 months. This is the only way for you to really realistically get things going. Okay, let me see. Okay, so that's for the second and third group. And this is only the first step. This is only the first step. The second step for these two groups, for H-1B with no EB-2 and OPT with no H-1B, and the first step for those on H-1B and with priority date, EB-1A. Okay, EB-1A is what you guys looking at. And of course, if you're building your case through O-1, you already create a foundation for the future EB-1A. If you skip O-1 step, then you're building EB-1A from your recognition and achievement from zero, basically, okay? But again, this is the only way. This is the only way. So we have to think EB-1A in the future is our only viable option, even though the wait time for the priority date is about 4 years right now. But guys, let me tell you, I was predicting that it will move soon, and it did move last month for a month. And you may say, okay, just moved for a month, Stanislav, maybe just one time thing, and it didn't leap like 2-3 months or 6 months. Yes, but this is very important stepping stone. Okay, it's very important because it's stagnated for months, and now we see the result of that aggressive policy of USCIS giving less approvals for EB-1As, and and this is the result. Okay, this is the result because less approvals, that means a faster movement of the priority dates. Okay, so I predict that this is gonna be on a move. Okay, I don't know how fast it's gonna move. I don't know if it's gonna be month by month, if it's gonna leap, if it's gonna stagnate for another 2 months, but it's gonna move. Okay, the best and the sweetest position is for those of you guys who from India, you want H-1B and you have your priority date before March 2022. Okay, because if it's the case, then once we file your EB-1A case and get it approved, you will start adjustment of status process immediately, and it's 6 months between approval of EB-1A until you get your green cards, and you really hold your green cards in your hands. Okay, so you guys in the best position. Everybody else on H-1B or on a OPT, you guys will have to go through O-1 process first, which is great too, because first of all, it builds the foundation for EB-1A, but also it brings the psychological factor to immigration officer, which makes it a little bit easier to get an approval for EB-1A if you have O-1 approved. Okay, so you guys will need to follow that strategy, and there is no slack here. Okay, there is no slack. So if you guys wanna know your chances for O-1 and EB-1A, get that free evaluation. I attached the link to the chat. Click on it, fill out the questionnaire, and within 2 days from today, so by Monday, you guys will have the analysis for your talent visas. Okay, and look for the word potential, because that's what is going to give you the green light for the next steps. Okay, good. So let me see what you guys have to say about that. SWAT team. My wife is from India and she applied for EB-2 but I'm from Thailand and Tobago. Can my country priority dates be used? Yes, correct. This is one of the ways to go. So you can substitute those priority dates, and this is very unusual. And I guess Swatim, I guess you're Western Indian also, right? Because I know that in a Hindu, in Indian culture, you guys usually like to stick to your own, and there's a big Western Indian population on the islands. So if you were born in Trinidad and Tobago, yes, then we can substitute those priority dates. Your wife can do that, or your attorneys, and go off that. This is a good solution. This is a good solution. If you were born in India and then you moved and now you're citizen of the island, then it's not gonna work, because they actually look at the country of the origin, the country of birth. Okay, so let me see, guys. Let me see what else I wanted to discuss with you. Let me see what else. Yes, let's and by the way, let's talk about let's talk about O-1 and qualification for that visa, because I do see that even now, and I keep talking about that. I keep persuading you guys that all of you can get O-1 visa. Okay, even if you think you're not talented, if you don't believe you satisfy the proper amount of criteria, even if you read all those forums and everything, trust me, guys, it's not what it is. It's not what it is. What that really is, if you have at least 3 years of experience in your profession, this is a good sign that your O-1 is going to be approved. And why? Why is that? Why I'm talking about the experience rather than criteria? Because if we have that experience in the profession after you got education, we can safely assume that you may have 2-3 criteria going on at this point: critical role, judging the work of others, and an income. Okay, maybe 2, maybe 3, maybe you have more than that. Okay, so and this is good enough to start your case, because we can always work on the press, on academic articles, on associations, maybe judging engagements, and other things. So your O-1 case may be having 5 to 7 criteria when we file it in 6 months. Okay, and this is the strength, this is the power of working on your case with my team. All right, because we're not those attorneys who gonna say, hey, you don't have your O-1 or whatever case, and that, you know, come back later. If we see that, we're gonna tell you what you need to do in order to get that case going. You see the difference? Because we're very result oriented, very result oriented. We do want you to succeed. Very important for us. So guys, get that free evaluation going. The link is attached to this to this comment section. I don't see any question. I'll give you guys 30 seconds to maybe to ask me something that that bothers you. I'll give you a few more minutes. Let me see what else I can give you on O-1. Let's talk about a few mistakes, guys, that I see with your O-1 visas, or I would say O-1 perception. I think number one, I already addressed number one. You think you're not talented. It's irrelevant. Okay, as long as I think you're talented, that's good enough. Number two, starting your case late, like waiting way too long when you're and I know, guys, you procrastinate because you're stressed. You may be just stressed. And you fear the future, and you're so narrow-minded at that point. I get it, guys. That's why I'm the one to tell you, do not wait till the last moment. No magic is gonna happen, okay? And I'm the one who would tell you I believe in magic, okay? And I'm the one to tell you that in this case, no magic is gonna happen, all right? If you wait too long, you digging a hole for yourself. Okay? And if you give us less than 6 months to work on your case, it may not happen. Okay? The filing may not happen to close your gap between the end of one status and the beginning of another. And you may have to go out of the country and do all of those things outside. You guys gonna love it, right? To go through the embassy, get those approvals, stress out, flying back and forth, spending money. Okay, and that's what you do. That's what you're setting up yourself for if you don't act on O-1 right now. If your H-1 is expiring with no priority date, if your OPT is expiring, if your F-1 is expiring with no OPT, and you guys cannot rely on H-1 because I hear, Stanislav, I'm gonna wait for the H-1 lottery. Right. Right. You don't bet on a dead horse. If your horse is dead, you're not betting on it. Okay? So don't play these games. Yes, it may work out. Maybe 10% it will work out. Don't you wanna rely on 90% or 99%? Okay, so for me it's a no-brainer, but I believe I have to say that because I still see you procrastinating and not doing the proper things in my opinion. Okay, so I know that webinar is on O1, but I wanted to ask if RFE is obtained for EB-2 and IW, can evidence of work experience obtained after the filing be used? It can be used, but it's not going to be taken into consideration. Right? That's what you mean, Swatim. That's what you mean, yes. You will need to refile the case to get that in. Everything what happened afterwards is not coming in. All right, guys, get that free evaluation going. Let me know what your cases are about, so I could give you the free analysis before Monday. Look for the word potential. Not everybody's gonna see that, but those who will come to the complex immigration planning to get that written strategy developed by me, and that's the second stepping stone of your case before you start working on it with my team. Thank you guys for your time. I wish you a great weekend. Spend some time with your loved ones, relax, get that stamina going. My name is Stanislav Shamayev. I'm a lawyer of the future. Your future begins here.